What's good, everybody out there on YouTube? This is your man Hastags dropping some Odd Frog on this mic. Today we're going to be talking about Sonic Frontiers, more specifically this stupid model controversy. But before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to make sure you're notified, and make sure you hit that like button. Also follow your boy on Twitter to keep notified when I upload. I think this is probably one of the dumbest things that Sonic fans have gotten upset about. I mean, like, genuinely. Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. Since Sonic Unleashed, we've had high quality Sonic models for Sonic. Yes, the Sonic Forces model is slightly different from the Unleashed and Generations model, same with the Lost World, but it doesn't look bad. It just looks different. The blue is slightly different, the quills are slightly shorter, and I think his legs are slightly thicker or something, or the body's slightly smaller, something like that. It's something so some things are just so imperceptible. The only thing I can really notice are the shade of blue and the shoes. Someone had to point out to me that the quills a while ago, that the quills are shorter on the Sonic Forces model. Shows you how much it really matters. But we have people falling into like 3 or 4 camps or whatever. The people who think Sonic Forces model is better and the people who think Sonic Unleashed model is better, which it doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess, like, if you think one is better, that's fine. I'm like, keep it real, they're both high quality. So at the end of the day, you're gonna be satisfied in general probably with the quality of the model, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. The people who think Sega are being lazy for reusing the model despite us not knowing how far in development the game was based off of the screenshots and videos we've gotten, or the small snippets we've gotten so far. And then people who are worried because this shows that, you know, Sonic team isn't too far along with the game, even though they've been working on it the past like 5 years. Keep that in mind. I get it, you're gonna stay cautiously optimistic, and you're gonna be like, I'm not hyped for the game because we haven't seen gameplay. I mean, that goes for everybody. You're not special because, you know, you outwardly stated that we haven't seen gameplay, so don't get your hopes up. People are just excited to see the next thing for Sonic, and they can be excited for that alone. The concept that they need to see gameplay to be excited is, I think, asinine, especially since it's been almost 5 years since the last 3D Sonic game. But again, go off. I'm gonna address each one of these. So which model is better? I think they're both either like equally as high quality. I mean, I think like both models could be used throughout even the next generation because they look that good. I mean, I think Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations were ahead of their time graphically. So, and I don't think anybody would, you know, deny me in saying that. I mean, obviously, if you look back at the games, especially Unleashed, there are some like artifacts and tellings of the time the games came out, more so Unleashed than Generations. I think Generations has aged a bit better in that regard, but mostly because technology had progressed a little bit further. But overall, they're both really great looking games. They look like they came out of the PS3 360 generation if you have the resolution knocked up high enough. And then the Sonic Lost World, I guess it's the same as the Forces model. I'm just call it the Forces model. Forces model looks great. I think people just hate the Forces model because it's slightly different. I mean, one of the big things people talk about are like the idle animations, and the Sonic Forces model doesn't have like a bunch of different changing idle animations, but you have to be sitting there for a minute for the idle animations to really start with the Generations and Unleashed model. And for the most part, if he's not doing something like stretching his legs or something stupid, he's just standing there like this, with a very generic left and right leg equally apart stance, where the Sonic Forces model actually harkens back to the classic games, which a lot of people don't realize. You're not a real Sonic fan if you didn't notice that one. All jokes aside, I just think that both models are good. They're just different. Really, that's it. And that's obvious by the fact that when we saw the trailer, nobody thought that's the Sonic Forces model. They thought, oh, this looks good. This game looks good graphics. People are going to play this on the Switch and their Switch is going to explode. And then you have the next two groups of people, which are the people who are worried because, oh, they're using the Sonic Forces model. They should have created a new model for this game. Or the people who think it's lazy that they're using the Sonic Forces model. And both of these, I have the same answer to, basically, but with slightly different variations on it. And basically, we've been in the middle of a panoramic for you to get upset that they reuse the model or an asset to either probably save time until they can make a new one, or just reuse it because it's high quality enough. And why spend money on something new when it's redundant? Like, again, if the model's already high quality enough, looks good in gameplay, looks good in engine, you really don't have to tweak it, then don't do anything about it. just use the old model. I like to explain it like this, or this is how I kind of want to explain it. Imagine you're a YouTuber, you know, a TV film producer, editor, director, or whatever, and you have an intro to your video. And that intro, everybody knows, everybody loves it. They expected to see it when they open your videos or your television show or your film series, whatever it may be. You don't want to have to create a new intro from scratch every single time. No, just drop in the same intro again over and over, and you satisfy your fans. It's high quality, and you don't really need to change it until it's necessary to change it the next go around. That's kind of how game development works. Sometimes you have to save time and or money wherever you can. Again, it wasn't until someone said something like on Twitter and started like going in Photoshop and hyperimposing images on top of each other and then changing the opacity slider that anybody really noticed that it was the Forces model. People were arguing, and then they were like, oh, this is the Forces model because you can see this, blah, blah, blah. Which there's nothing wrong with it. It's cool that I think they're using the Forces model again. Yes, the Forces model may have slightly different proportions to the Unleashed model, but does that really matter? The only real noticeable difference that's like extremely noticeable the first time you look at it is probably the shoes when they're standing still, but that's it. I don't know. I think this is probably one of the dumbest controversies the Sonic community has found itself created, because it's one of those things that quite legitimately do not matter, or it's one of those things that does not matter. English is hard, but it doesn't matter. Haha, Sonic reference. And I think you should worry about other things. We should worry about how the gameplay is going to be in this game. We know it's going to be open world. We know it's taking a lot of inspiration from Breath of the Wild, but how is it going to handle traditional levels? One of the things you need in a platformer, and more specifically a Sonic game, is focus. One of the things that's taken away from games like Sonic Unleashed or Sonic Adventure or Sonic 06 is they put you in this hub world, you get free roam. That's cool, but there's no focus at all. It just feels like they have you going places for the sake of going places. And that worries me, because how does that translate into an open world? How is combat gonna be? Because this game is gonna have to, at some level, focus a lot more on combat than previous Sonic game. I actually made a video about that. You should check it out. But overall, I just find it stupid that we find some of the dumbest things to nitpick and get upset about. Like, why? Why are you getting upset about this? You didn't get upset about it like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago when they first revealed the trailer or whenever. It's just kind of, it kind of doesn't do the community any good to continue to cause discord. You want to have an intellectual conversation, let's do it. But when you're getting upset over something as small and minute as the Sonic model not being new because they're going to make slight changes to it because they have to make a match up with the brand anyways. Like, come on. Don't be this stupid. Like I said in the beginning of this video, make sure you hit that sub button, hit the notification bell. It really helps your boy out. And make sure you follow your boy on Twitter. It really helps. And also follow your man on TikTok. I upload highlights of my streams. Make sure you hit the notification bell and hit the all notifications button for, you know, if you want to catch my streams. I've streamed Sonic Robo Blast 2 recently, and I plan on continuing to stream that. And then on top of streaming Sonic Robo Blast 2, I had my last episode of Hastags Live. So maybe you should check it out. I think you'll like it. But this has been your man Hastags. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video out with your friends. Remember, after Aga turns to Cold Blizzaga, chill out some of my other videos. Have a good one. Peace. Follow me at MobShadak100 on Twitter. Trying to get to 400 followers.
See ya, space viewer.